Akil Baddoo. I'll ask this question to everybody in the room here, and it looks like we're getting some people that are already asking about this. That means that Baddoo's days are numbered. Harris keep vague about it, but I'll go with you because you and I have spoken about GM talk, and I think you're becoming a decipher of GM talk. And he was suggesting that Akil Baddoo has a spot in his team. Mm-hmm. Do you see that happening?
I could see it happening. I mean, the offseason is very young. We don't know who's going to get moved, who's going to still be there in April. With Baddoo, correct me if I'm wrong, he has an option left. So there's really no big hurry to get rid of him. He's going to be dirt cheap for another year. He is still young enough where he could develop into a player. I know a lot of people do not believe that. They believe they've seen enough. I don't. We see late blooming players all the time. He has the athletic ability. I'm still convinced when I see him, when he does hit a home run, he never hits a fence scraper. He hits bombs. And guys who can hit bombs, that's not a fluke. There is some natural power there. He also does draw some walks. So I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star. I'm not even saying he's going to be a regular. But I think he's a useful enough player where until he's out of options, there's no reason to get rid of him.
What about you, Cameron?
So a few things. Akil Baddoo is actually a Super 2. I think he hit Super 2 status by like 1 or 2 days of service time. So he will be going to arbitration. So he's a little bit more than league minimum. Not that it really matters or should matter. And then the Scott Harris quote, just for sake, is he still very much fits in there. There is a role for him. We're not an organization that wants to give up players that can affect the game in that way for nothing. With that being said, I don't think he fits the Tigers roster anymore. I see him as part of a trade piece to the Yankees. Mainly because I just got done listening to the Brian Cashman interview with the press, and he talked about needing a left-handed outfielder. So I feel like Akil Baddoo is someone who could go to Yankee Stadium and hit 20 home runs rather easily. So yeah, and then there's another thing with Austin Meadows being placed back on the 40. I'm surprised no one asked about that today, but if Austin Meadows, if Scott Harris has a better understanding of where Austin Meadows is, I'm going to pick Austin Meadows over Akil Baddoo. The power ceiling is too high there to choose Baddoo over Meadows.
You know what I just thought of too? Maybe Brian Cashman's having deja vu. Maybe he's thinking about trading with the Tigers because it worked out well from the past. I mean, there was another left-handed outfielder with speed, one Mr. Curtis Granderson, and he worked out pretty well for New York. So that could be that's a very good possibility, Cameron. I mean, that's spot. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, why does this sound like deja vu? Oh wait, they've done this before. So
the Tigers got Scherzer in that trade, right? What trade?
That was wait the Curtis Granderson trade. I think
it was a 3-way because we got Jackson and
Austin Jackson and Scherzer.
Yeah,